Yep, come on.
So as I said before, this officer has a body cam on him as well, so just to make you feel more comfortable, even though...
Okay, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Brittany, I'm going to turn your wrist in here, okay?
No, we just want to make sure they don't pinch you. Okay. So we double lock them so they don't close any tighter, okay? That way you don't hurt you. Otherwise you'll squeeze shut.
Did you know about that? Do you have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me, Brittany? Do you have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me, anything like that?
No.
Anything dangerous? No weapons? Okay.
Can we take the ring off?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah. Am I going to be able to put it back on?
Yeah, you will. This is your personal property.
So everything that goes in this bag.
Okay.
I'm going to take your necklace off as well.
So we'll document it.
Can you unhandcuff me so I can take my belly button ring out?
Your what?
My belly button.
We'll let you.
We'll do that at the jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna have.
Or
you
at the station.
do that up
Okay.
here. Yeah. And then we'll have you do the same with the nose ring too.
Right
Not right now.
No, it's back there. Yeah.
I got it. Okay. Alright, go ahead and face the vehicle for me.
She says she does have a wire.
A wire? Okay. Alright, what I'm going to do is a blade technique. I'm just going to go below the breast, okay? And then you're wearing a dress. Other than that, you don't have anything stuffed in your bra?
No.
Okay. Okay. And then is this just an outer?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can take it off.
No, you can keep it on. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Can you turn towards me? Open up your mouth. Lift up your tongue. Okay. And then I will help you. I know it's a big step.
I'm only 5 foot.
I know. I feel it.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And scoot your butt a little forward, and you're going to be able to lean back and put your arms right here.
So it's kind of a cutout a little bit.
Like this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Try
And
not
you
to
can.
put your weight on them.
Yeah.
They are metal, so they don't bend.
And then I know you're short. You're just like me, so that thing's going to be right in your face. Seatbelt's all bound up.
I'm sorry. He wasn't on the phone. Yeah.
There we go.
What happens with my car?
We're gonna tow your car,
Okay.
and whenever we're gonna bring you down to our station. Okay, you're gonna speak to a detective, and they'll kind of explain what's gonna happen. So if you have any questions, I know you want to know the answers now, but I can't provide you those answers because I don't know that information. But I can tell you right now, the car is gonna be towed, and it's either gonna be towed for the purpose of the arrest or for evidence. I don't know which one it would be. Like I said, I don't know the details of the case. Okay?
Do you need a tow slip?
I believe I have one, but while you're here, I better.
Miss Zamora, did you have an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old boy, one of your students?
Miss Zamora, do you have anything to say, teachers?
All right. Again, I'm Detective McCure with Goodyear. Okay. And did they tell you why you're here? They didn't tell you why you're under arrest?
No.
Okay. It's involving that relationship with. Okay. So I told you a little bit ago that I would was going to come and talk to you and give you the opportunity to tell me what's going on. Okay. Obviously, we both know why you're here. So I'm going to read your rights because you are under arrest, and then I'm going to just get some background information from you. Okay. Have you ever had these read to you before?
No.
Okay.
I've never been in trouble in my life.
Okay, I believe it. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to questioning and to be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you prior to questioning. Do you understand these rights? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just get your information.
Okay.
How do you spell your first name?
Brittany.
And your middle name?
Mann.
And your last name?
Zamora.
O-R-A?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what is your address, Brittany?
Buckeye. 85396.
All right, and your phone number? Do you have a house phone there or anything like that? No. And who all lives with you?
My husband.
What's his name?
Daniel. Zamora.
How old is he?
27.
And what's his phone number? Okay. And how long have you lived in La Canada?
Since December 2013.
All right. And what does Daniel do?
He works at the nuclear power plant.
Oh, okay. How long have you, or where do you work right now, Brittany?
Las Brisas Academy.
And how long have you been there?
Since July.
What's your first year?
Well, at that school.
At that school. And where were you before that?
Littleton Elementary School.
And how long were you there?
From July 2013 to May 2017.
And what's your position right now?
6th grade teacher.
6th grade teacher, okay. And what did you do there?
At Littleton? 4th and 5th.
All right. And are you from Arizona, or did you?
I moved here when I was 10.
Okay. And where was that from?
Michigan.
Well, if you're from Michigan, then what football team were you cheering for?
The Cowboys. Not the Lions.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Not the Packers.
You didn't cheer for the Packers,
No.
man.
My husband and his family are diehard Cowboys fans, so.
See, when I grew up, Cowboys were or Cowboy fans were kind of thugs. You know, everyone wore the star jacket just to be, cool.
Right.
And people got their starter jackets stolen and they were robbed for it. So I grew up hating the Cowboys. But,
Oh, yeah.
so I have a reason to not like them. But now I kind of like them. So they're okay. So I got a little bit of background from you, and like I said, you know now for sure why you're here.
Yes.
And
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
So is this arrest from the school, or was this from like something separate? So I had my school call me yesterday and tell me that I was on probation, but I had his father contact me today, so I was just trying to figure out which one it was from.
Well, it's more from things.
Okay.
Like, the school doesn't really call me, and
Okay. So it's from
the school's not pressing charges or something like that. It's dealing with dealing with that issue. So, and there really is. I guess I wanted to give you the opportunity because there really is very little doubt on what happened. But I wanted you to be able to maybe explain, give you the opportunity to explain kind of why it happened, kind of thing. Because I'm not going to judge you, okay? And you said this is the first time you've been in trouble. Yeah, and you're 27, so you made it a long ways. So I'm not going to judge you, and people do make mistakes. So there's mistakes that are made in life, and they happen, and it's basically how people move on from those is kind of who they are as a person. So I'm not going to deny that, that it's something, and I'm sure you're not either, that it's something that shouldn't have happened. But I'm not going to call you a monster or anything like that and say you did something so, crazy that you're a horrible person. So I wanted you to explain, how this came to happen.
Can I arrange to have an attorney?
You can. Is that what you want? Okay. All right.
I just don't know if I go and traveling.
That's fine.
Will I be going home today?
No.
So will I be in jail? Do these type of things have to be made public?
They don't have to be made public, but you've kind of been in the school industry long enough to know that when something happens at a school, letters end up having to go out and people ask questions.
Well, hypothetically speaking, what is a typical, consequence that you've, seen?
I don't know. It varies. I can't give you. I know. I can't give you a black and white answer to that. They take a lot of things into consideration. You don't have a criminal history. At least you're telling me that, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't checked yet.
I never did anything.
So.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I do know. I'm not going to ask you any more questions because you said you wanted an attorney. So, did you have any more questions for me?
What are the next steps?
The next step is basically you do go to jail tonight. I submit some paperwork.
I'm little. They're going to tear me apart.
Well, if you have problems with somebody, you can voice that to somebody. Okay. And if there are problems, they can isolate you.
How long do I stay in jail for?
Basically, the way it usually happens is you go down there and you see an IA judge within 12 hours, and that judge will determine what they want to do. And so they will determine if they are going to let you out on a certain amount of bond, and they make that determination on kind of how.
I am the best husband in the world.
Okay.
Well,
what's that?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So you'll see the judge and they'll determine what your bail amount is, okay? And whether or not you can get out on that bail amount. And that determines when you get out. Okay, and then you have certain hearings that come up after that.
Can you call me?
I will see what I can do about that, but I would like to talk to your husband first.
That's fine, as long as he knows I'm here.
Yeah, and he has called, so I told you he'd be freaking out. Yeah, so I think he probably knows. Because he has called and actually asked for me, I believe. I will. Your mom is also here.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to have you go back in there, and I will see if I can get you, see if we have any type of blanket or something, okay?
Can I see my mom right now?
No.
How long do I wait in that room for?
Just until we finish up some things on our end.
Typically, how long is that?
Typically, how long you're in that room? It could be an hour. It could be like 4 hours. Because we're doing some other processes. We're talking to. Okay. So.
As far as the attorney goes, so how, since I have, in 12 hours, you said?
I believe it's 12. Is it 12 or 24? I want to say 12, yeah.
So how do I start that process if I'm...
You don't have to do anything. So the minute we book you into jail, that's when the process starts, and then you will get a judge will end up seeing your case within that amount of time. Okay. And you'll have the ability to use a phone to call an attorney and stuff like that.
You can just tell them that.
Okay.
She'll take care of it. You said I can have a blanket, possibly?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find you some.
Do you guys have like books or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All right. Just follow me out.
Okay.
Class 2 felonies, 2 counts of child molestation, Class 2 felonies, and 1 count of obscene material transmittal, a Class 4 felony. The court is not finding probable cause with respect to 1 count of sexual conduct with a minor, a Class 2 felony. Ms. Zamora, the court has appointed you an attorney. You have a status conference on March 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 2nd at 8:45. Both of those are at 175 West Madison. Does the state wish to address release conditions at this time?
Only briefly, Your Honor. Again, the attached addendum is clear as to the nature of the allegations. It's clear we have more than 1 victim, and it remains to be determined if there are any others. Your Honor, given the nature of the allegations contained within the addendum, the state, the assigned deputy county attorney in this matter has requested a reasonable setting in the amount of $300,000 secured appearance bond, as well as the other mandatory conditions, as well as no contact with the alleged victims and or witnesses in this matter. That is a reasonable setting, Your Honor, given the that these are alleged non-bondable offenses, but the state would go ahead and request a secured appearance bond at this point.
Now, Ms. Zamora, if you would like, is there anything you'd like the court to know with respect to release conditions? I don't want you to address the charges because your attorney's not here, but the court has to make a decision as to what to do with release today. So is there anything you'd like me to know about releasing you or a bond? And if you don't have anything to say, that's okay as well.
I'm not sure if I understand. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So the court just asked for the state's opinion as to releasing you, and he requested a very high bond to keep you in custody.
Okay.
I don't want you to comment on the charges without your attorney here.
Okay.
So is there anything you just want the court to know about whether or not I should release you or impose a bond at this time? And if you have nothing to say, that's okay as well.
I would love to go home to be released. That'd be amazing. You know, I don't know if there's like just stay at my house, or I'd love to go home to my husband.
Anything else?
No.
The court is going to impose a bond at this time. The court is imposing a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250,000. If you post that, you'll be on pretrial supervision with electronic monitoring. Ms. Zamora, you may not return to the scene of the crime if you post that. No contact with any of the victims, witnesses, officers, and no contact with any minors. No drugs without a valid prescription. The court wants to be very clear, you may not have any contact with any of the witnesses, victims, or any of their family members. The court is also admonishing you, you may not have someone else contact any of those people on your behalf. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. This bond is being set based on these charges and this 1 victim, but if that changes in the future, a review of this bond is appropriate at that time. Mr. Wolfram, is there anything else the court wishes to address?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Zamora, do you have any questions about any of that?
What happens next?
You will step over here. You're going to get a copy of all the stuff we just discussed, and then you will be held until you go to court or until that bond gets posted.
And you said the first court date was March 29th?
It will be on your paperwork. It's March 29th and April 2nd.
This is in the matter of State of Arizona versus Brittany Zamora, CR 2018-114-770-001. Will the attorneys announce their appearances for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Corcoran on behalf of Ken Vick for the state.
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Suzuki for Brittany Zamora, who's present in custody. Your Honor, our name is spelled correctly, and we enter a plea of not guilty.
And you're privately retained?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll waive a reading of the indictment. Will advise your client of her constitutional rights. What is your name and date of birth, please?
Brittany Zamora, 1591.
Right, this is your initial appearance on counts number 12, 13, 14, and 15. A not guilty plea is entered on your behalf on all charges. Your next court date will be an initial pretrial conference on May the 18th, 2018, 15 in the morning before Commissioner Mata. You'll have a comprehensive pretrial conference on June the 5th, 2018 at 8:31 in the morning before the assigned judge, Judge Thompson. The court notes that you have private counsel retained in this matter. It is ordered affirming all prior release conditions. If you get released from custody, it's ordered that you submit to DNA testing within 5 business days with the arresting agency. Is there anything further in this matter?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Right. You'll step over to the desk to...
All right, this is CR 2018-114770-001, State of Arizona versus Brittany Zamora. This is the time set for sentencing. Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, good morning. Lacey Fisher for the state. And for the record, Your Honor, the victim attorneys for victim A's guardians are present and victim B's guardian is present.
Thank you. Ms. Zamora, would you like to say something?
May she remain seated?
Yes.
She would like to reach the podium, Your Honor.
Certainly.
Good morning, Your Honor. I want to start off by apologizing to the victim and his family. I'm sorry for any undue stress or pain that I may have caused. I'm ashamed of my actions and am completely remorseful and truly regret what took place. I'm known to be a responsible, caring, happy, and thoughtful person. My actions were completely out of character for me. As an adult and teacher, I am meant to set an example, and I did not follow according to that expectation. Prior to this incident, I have been an amazing teacher and citizen. I started programs while teaching to help stop bullying, teach girls about nutrition, fitness, create fundraisers to help with autism, and help families in need. Filled 25 plus desks with school supplies each year, and even won Teacher of the Year in 2016. As far as a citizen goes, I've lived my life respecting and trying to obey every law. I am not a threat to society by any means. On the contrary, I have tried to help our society as much as I can. This includes helping out the homeless, volunteering for the city, and giving time to assist with church programs. Over the past 16 months, I have grown within my faith, and that has helped me not only get through each day, but has led me to reflect on how sincerely I took life for granted. A life that I have been working so hard to set up for a successful and bountiful future. I would do anything to re-enter society sooner for a second chance. This sentencing is not only taking decades of my own life and experiences away, but those of my loved ones as well. My family knows who I am and my heart, so it is just as hard on them. Therefore, I would also like to apologize to them. As stated earlier, I never want to hurt anyone, and it tears me apart to know that I have, and I'm deeply sorry. Going forward, I would like to attend counseling and all other required courses. I obtain a new degree and seek new employment. I have already relinquished my teaching certification. My hope is to rejoin society a better and more grateful person. I have an incredible support system and know they will all be there for me every step of the way. Your Honor, I know the state did not take my mitigation and assessments into consideration, but I hope you can. I am a good and genuine person who made a mistake and regrets it deeply. I ask that you please have leniency in regards to my sentencing, that you see me as a person with a hopeful future and not just another number or case. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Thank you. The court finds the defendant did accept responsibility by pleading guilty. She has expressed her remorse. She has no prior criminal history. I've considered her age. I've considered the difficulties she experienced while growing up, as described by her mother and in all of the reports I have read. I have considered her character, as described in all of the documents I have read. and the accomplishments and achievements that she was able to complete prior to these events. I find that she has community support, she has family support. I have also considered the information in the risk assessment, and that includes some mental health issues as described by her attorney. I've also considered the fact that under the plea agreement, the defendant will be on supervised probation for a lifetime term on 2 counts. So, after weighing and balancing all of these factors, the court finds the stipulations in the plea agreement are appropriate. I'm going to order that the defendant register as a sex offender as to all 3 counts. I'm going to order that restitution remain open on all 3 counts for a period of 750 days. For amended count 1, the court finds that the presumptive term is appropriate, so it is ordered the defendant be incarcerated in the Department of Corrections for 20 calendar years with credit for 478 days of pre-sentence credit. As to amended count 2 and amended count 15, it is ordered suspending the imposition of sentence and placing the defendant on supervised probation for a lifetime term to begin upon physical release from the Department of Corrections. The terms and conditions of probation are in writing. You will have an opportunity to read and sign those terms shortly. When you sign the terms of probation, it indicates to the court you understand and will follow those terms. If you do not follow those terms, you could be returned to court and found in violation. Your probation could be revoked, and you could be sent back to prison for the maximum term provided by law for each of these offenses for counts 2 and 15 as amended. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are to follow all of the standard terms and conditions of probation. In addition, you are to have no contact with any victim. You are not to return to the scene of the crime. You are to follow the sex offender terms of probation and the computer usage terms of probation. As financial assessments, there will be a $20 probation assessment on amended count 15. All other financial assessments will be on count 2. There will be a $500 sexual assault assessment, a $65 per month probation service fee, a $250 sex offender registration fee, a $20 probation assessment, a $2 victim rights assessment, a $50 address confidentiality assessment, a $20 time payment fee, and a $13 criminal penalty payable to the Goodyear Police Department. As provided in the plea agreement, it is ordered that counts 3 through 14 are dismissed. Do you have any questions about any aspect of your sentence?
No.
You have 90 days from today to file a notice of post-conviction relief with this court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. If you cannot afford the necessary records and transcripts, they will be provided for you at no cost. Do you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, is there anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Counsel, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.